Thank you, Rich, for all the kind words. I actually like your jokes a lot, and I didn't know that you worked with Russell Peters before. I'm Saf. I work for Animoca Brands. I'm leading the strategic partnerships there. I think a lot of people may know Animoca Brands as like a gaming company, and of course we invest in a lot of like Web3 companies, and we're trying to build like the whole ecosystem with 340 of our portfolio companies. But we're actually trying actively to bring Web2 communities or Web2 brands onto Web3 as well. So Anicube is one of them, and it's about like a K-pop fandom reimagination. I guess a lot of you may be a little bit sleepy after lunch, so we're gonna talk about something exciting. It's about K-pop. So before we go into that, I think we can explain a little bit of what Animoca brand is trying to achieve. As I mentioned, we're trying to do mass adoption. I know that like GameFi and like play to earn is exciting for a lot of people, but I think if we can do some more things about entertainment, about culture, we can reach a lot more people. And I think K-pop is one of them. And the reason why we select K-pop to start with is because like the K-pop fandom is so it's powerful, influential, and the K-pop fans are so enthusiastic. And it's actually one of the toughest community to crack because I'm not sure if you guys noticed like a lot of hate message towards NFT from the K-pop fans community last year when BTS actually announced they were going to do something related to NFT. They receive a lot of hate message. We hate NFT, and then or like NFT is a scam or something like that, and then they actually pause what they're doing. So you can see how powerful the fan community is to the K-pop artists and the K-pop company. So what we're doing here, I think is phenomenal. Like we're trying to set like the first case in the K-pop industry. So like for other artists to easily follow in the future. So it's not about like creating something immediately about fractional ownership of music or AI music, anything like that. It's like starting from step one, we're trying to educate the market what an NFT membership, for example, or like what more we can provide by doing like this Web3 related initiatives. So going into details, Anicube is a joint venture Animoca brands formed with Cube Entertainment. Cube Entertainment is one of the biggest entertainment company in Korea. They have these are the four the most popular groups in Cube Entertainment. The first one is G Idol. They have more than 10 millions of followers in their socials. They have Pentagon, B2B, and Lexum, and a lot of them are actually doing world tours. So their influence is not only limited in Korea, but I think in Southeast Asia and also in the Western world as well. And what we're trying to achieve with this project is that we want to promote engagement between the fans and the artists, and also education like for the fans and also for the entertainment companies, like what we can do together. It's not about selling PFP, it's not about selling a picture of your artist. Like it's about a long-term strategy that we can plan together, and it's like some change that it's gonna happen in the future, and they have to like be the first one to embrace it. And I really like appreciate like Cube Entertainment being the first one brave enough to take this initiative. And the third one is like talent discovery. I will go back into that later. Let me explain a little bit on the engagement side. So you can imagine in the Web2 world, a lot of artists will like announce something. Oh, there's a new album drop. There's a new tour going on, or there's a fan meet going on, and the fans will be just receiving those information. They don't really have anywhere to participate in that. They're just like cheering for their idol. They're just buying the merch. So everything is just like spending as an expense, and they don't get anything back besides happiness or just like showing support, right? But what we're trying to do is that they can get closer to the artist, and we actually give them a chance to participate. I think there are a lot of like talents in the Web2 or in the fans community. I like what the panel said earlier about if you're no one in Web2, you can be someone in Web3. This is like some chance that we can give back to the fans. they're not just there to like sit down under the stage to support their artists, but in return they can actually get a chance to maybe participate in the production of music. They can vote for the artist's album artwork and things like that. From making small decision to like maybe in the future we can do talent discovery together with them. So talent discovery is something we really want to achieve in the long term. You can imagine in like a reality show, a lot of audience sitting behind the scene just to watch, and then there's like a panel of 5 people deciding who's winning, who's not. But I think it's really important to give back to the power to the community. The fans are actually the end consumer of the music, of the entertainment, right? So by doing what we're doing, we're trying to give them the power to vote, to discover who is the next K-pop star. And the K-pop star doesn't really have to exist physically. Maybe there's some physical limitation. They're existing in some other parts of the world, not in Korea. What we're trying to do is that maybe they can do global audition, and we can have like a virtual K-pop group that is built by the community together. This is like a long-term goal that we want to achieve. So I have been talking about like how influential K-pop is. Let me put it into like numbers. So K-pop industry is right now like 15 billion worth of market, and if we're talking about together with other like entertainment, for example, K-drama and other K-culture thing, the total value is actually 30 billion. So it's like a huge market that is untapped because no one is there to make the first move, and we're trying to be the first one to try something new. And what we're doing is trying to target to segment of people. Of course, there are some Web2 or fans or K-pop, K-culture enthusiasts. They are already into the K-pop, K-culture, but they don't know anything about Web3. And we're trying to educate them. This is not a scam, and this is not bad for your environment. Yeah, maybe some like gas issue, but we're trying to launch it on the Polygon, launch it on a chain that is more efficient in energy-wise. But that's not the main point. They want to know what's more than just right. I mean, they can do it by right-click, saving the image. What's more that they can get, and that's why we are trying to educate the community by offering some utilities that I will cover in the next slide. And also for blockchain or for some crypto native people, they're used to having investment in some of the IPs that are not being built. They're just selling the concept, selling the art, but then maybe no utility behind, or they will think about the utility after the PFP got sold out, right? But for us, we actually have the whole entertainment company behind, and they are really good at like making the narrative of their artists, making music. So I think we can introduce that new kind of concept to the crypto native people as well. So am I blocking the screen? Okay, so for our ecosystem, we're trying to, of course, offer music and entertainment to the audience. And by doing this, we're not just like talking about having like a drop of music or something like that, but in the future, fractional ownership of music may be something we can look into. But right now, I think people are more used to, for example, collecting photo cards for no reason. They just want to put it at home and to admire their idol, right? But we can reimagine and do it like a gamified way. So they're not just collecting the physical photo card, but they can collect something in like NFT sense, and then they can unlock some kind of experience in the future. Maybe it is some kind of virtual experience or some AR experience that they can do that is more than what they're having right now. And virtual concert, I touched a little bit on the AR side. So I think virtual concert may not be that attractive to all of you here. Like maybe you think that, oh, just sitting behind the screen watching some avatar dancing around is not that attractive. We get that. And we're not just trying to do the total virtual experience for the fans. Of course, we're doing something on Sandbox, and we're actually building it, and is available end of this year or start of next year. But what we're trying to do is provide a more immersive experience to the fans. So like you can imagine having your smartphone at your home, and then you can actually reflect your avatar dancing at one of the concert, and you can have like the light stick. I'm not sure how many of you actually K-pop fans here, but they're really big on that light stick thing during concert. Like everyone would have the synchronized lights, and also like maybe in rhythm as well. So we're going to mimic that in the virtual world and try to provide a more immersive experience for fans that in other place of the world that they can't actually go to the Korea to see the concert, or they can attend like the world tour. So this is like the virtual concert that we're doing. And of course, gaming is a big part of Animoca brands. So we will, of course, bring the IP to our gaming. And it's not just about one game. Like Sandbox is a great example, but we have around 20 metaverses actually under Animoca brands. Like some big names like Decentraland, Wild World, and we actually just invested in a music-focused metaverse. I think it's not announced yet, but I can give you a little hint. And we are putting more and more resources on driving music, entertainment, immersive experience in that sense. And we're trying to provide more genuine experience to the audience. And fashion wearables is something exciting for me as well, because I think music and fashion are inseparable. So when you're wandering in the virtual world, you must like be interested to wear something maybe your idol is wearing, because I think a lot of K-pop idols are being seen as like the index of new fashion trends, and we're gonna make that available inside Metaverse as well. And we can do something crazy that is not physically possible, but you can like wear the same thing or maybe design something for your idol in the Metaverse as well. So this would be something more involving the fans' engagement. And artist fan engagement, that is easy. I'm not going to explain a little too much, but some exclusive content, some unreleased song that was available to the holders, that is really exciting for the fans, because as I mentioned in the past, they don't really get a chance to see what's behind the scene. But we're getting them a chance to see that, and maybe some fans meet up, or some like maybe one-on-one time with your idol as well. This is something that we're planning. And the last one is the talent discovery that I've mentioned in the previous slide that I'm not going to repeat. So let me give you some numbers as well. We did a free airdrop in April. Why did we do a free airdrop? Is that we want to educate the fans that you don't have to pay a lot of money to get in. It can be free because it's just like a proof of attendance. Let's say pull app, right? So we actually get the artist to record a video about how to open MetaMask. I think for a lot of Web3 native people here, maybe something ridiculous to you, but then I think for a lot of Web2 people, or like even for my mom, like opening a MetaMask can be a mess. But we actually get the artist to record a video explaining how to get a MetaMask and then connect to our site. And after like some filtering, the duplication and things like that, we get 1.3 million wallets, unique wallet registration. And then it's like a really phenomenal number for us to show that, oh, despite receiving a lot of like, I hate NFT is scam, we still got 1.3 million people actually supporting this. So it's a really good index for us to see. And we're still learning. I mean, I can't say that it would be like a 100% successful case, but what we're trying to do is not to make money out of this. What we're trying to do is to educate and to get to the heart of the artists and also the fans. And the logo collection is actually something we have like super fans quiz, and people will have to answer some like secrets about the idol they like to get this super fans logo. Then we will give them some utility later. So everything is free, and then we're going to launch PFP. Some sneak peeks is like that. And can I have the video, please?
Okay. Red rock diamonds in my bag. If you wanna sit down, stupid like that. My mom is so, oh my god, then. Okay, I show you what's in
Thank you very much. The art is actually co-designed by the artists, and they are involved in the design phase. And a lot of elements here you can see, like the scarf or the cap, is actually reflecting some of the artists' albums or some of their style. So we hope to get something that's actually genuine to the fans. We're not trying to hot sell some kind of new IP or whatever. We're just trying to introduce something that they're familiar with. And I'm not going to cover too much, but I think I cover a lot already. For the exclusive merchandise, we are actually going to produce some merch, like maybe t-shirt, maybe caps, that the artists will wear as well. So that's something that they will like. Not sure if you know like how enthusiastic the fans actually are. Some of the groups like BTS or some of the like I will use BTS as an example. If they show that they're wearing this bracelet will be sold out the next day or on that day. And then so this is like a thing in Korea that or in K-pop that if the idol is wearing something, it's like really attractive to the fans. So we're going to provide this to the fans. That's something that they understand, they get it, right? And of course, like pre-purchase of concert tickets is one of the utility. It's not something new, but it's something required by the request by the fans. And I think would like to point out the co-creation of next K-pop group that I've mentioned. I think this is something that is new to no matter Web 2 or Web 3 communities. And we're going to co-create the Anicube album. What is that? Is that we are going to have the artists, but at the same time, I think there are a lot of talents inside the fans community. You can see how many cover video being made on YouTube, but the entertainment companies or the artists don't get any interaction with that, and they don't get benefit from that, right? But from seeing how many cover videos on YouTube, we can see that a lot of talents are being undiscovered. So we're trying to give them maybe a chance to be featured in one of the songs and actually being like published together with their artists. I think this is like chance of your life, like that kind of thing to the fans. And I believe it would be one of the most successful case that we can do in the future. Yeah, and then also Metaverse collectible airdrops. As I mentioned, we are collaborating with multiple metaverses, so the NFT wouldn't be only available in one metaverse, but interoperable across different things. So fans can be, we can bring different kind of like experiences to the fans, no matter where they are, and they can bring it across different things. And I think Animoca would have a really good position to do this. I'm not going to cover the roadmap here, but I think we're one of the rare one that actually have the whole roadmap and utilities planning out before the PFP actually got launched. And we got the whole K-pop company behind us to write some songs already and producing the sandbox experience already. And they're going to have like virtual performance end of this year. And the reason why I want to point it out is because I want to show you guys that it's a long education process, no matter to the fans or to the artists themselves. But we're making progress, and we're getting there. And we have the whole thing planned out before we try to sell this PFP to the fans community. So a little ad time here is that we are going to launch it on the 5th of October. Please follow the socials here, and the last one is mine. I'm going to do a whitelist giveaway later today, so stay tuned, and hopefully we can witness this Web 2 to Web 3 movement together. Thank you very much.